Hey Virgo. So, you get the pre-workout me. Um, because I'm getting ready to work out soon. Anyway, I wanted to go ahead and get this recorded for you guys so that you guys had this information. I know it's a day after the 15th. But this is your mid-month reading. So I was meditating on your guys' energy. And I will say that I feel like you guys are in a place where you're kind of like done. Ooh, okay. You're done. Like whatever is happening in your life right now, you're like, you know what? I'm ready for change. I'm done. This sort of like nulling feeling or like listless feeling where you guys just aren't passionate or motivated anymore for whatever it is that you guys have been up to. And so we're going to explore and we're going to look at that. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we have the Queen of Scepters, right? We have the Queen of Scepters here. It's Queen of Wands, basically. And we have the High Priestess, okay? And the combination of those two are like, you know that there's more. Whatever that means, there's more. I feel like, in your work environment, you're like, there's more to this. I know there's more to this. You guys see yourself sort of as the high priestess energy, or the priest energy. That's sort of like there. I can be running this. I could totally be running this. And maybe it's in relationships where you have a partner and you're like, I can do better. But you guys are definitely sort of in this energy of sort of being like, yeah, there's definitely more to be seen. Like I'm not seeing enough. And maybe you guys were in a place of not stagnancy exactly, but like just being really comfortable where you were. And now you're feeling like, the tides are sort of changing. It's now time for us to, try some new things, like experience life a little bit more. I have the Two of Spheres here to the Two of Pentacles. So there's definitely this energy of sort of how do I balance this? So how do I balance my desire to explore more, to do more, to see more, and also the kind of stability of my life at the current moment. So how do I balance the two? And you guys have probably been in a lot of contemplation about this for a while now. I feel like this is not just. I feel like it's more. It's becoming more, the feelings becoming a lot bigger now that this, new moon has kind of come in, or is going to start becoming lot bigger now that the new moon's coming in. But you guys have probably been considering this for like the last at least 3 to 6 months. So I don't have my other cards with me, so we're going to go ahead and pull a couple other ones from, okay, all right, okay, from my deck here. So actually, you guys have, I just pulled like 3 more cards, and they're all major arcanas. In fact, out of 6 cards that I have here, we have 4 major arcanas. So we have the Lovers card, so this is definitely, I feel like this is about, for whatever reason, you guys feel like the energy that you might have had in maybe a stable relationship, or maybe even just sort of a passing relationship. You're kind of seeing the person that you've had around for a while as your partner. If you are with somebody, you feel like on some level you're like, yeah, they're cool, but I just don't know if we vibe anymore as much as we used to. This is also, for people who are single. This could definitely also be on the opposite end, that you're just ready for somebody. Maybe you've been dating around for a while and you're ready for someone who really kind of vibes with the same energy, and all the work that you've done on yourself. Who also isn't just a comfortable choice. Because that's something easy to fall into. That's not necessarily just comfortable choice, but somebody who sort of inspires you a lot more. We have the Moon card, and given the fact that we're in the new moon energy, I feel like this is probably definitely having to tie into the current moon state, the Aquarius moon state, new moon state, which is basically like you guys might find yourself. Let me just turn this off You guys might find yourself being in a state where, I mean, not that you want to cheat necessarily, but maybe trying to like explore your options, maybe, you know, dating people, maybe a little bit outside of the relationship. We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to talk about it. But, you know, we have the star card that comes up that basically speaks of, you know, you kind of have a renewed, it's like a renewed hope. It's like there's more, you know, or maybe, and there's been a lot of endings for a lot of people. I don't feel like things have necessarily ended for you guys, but you're definitely ready for a transition. Emotionally, they have sort of ended. The fire, no, not even fire, okay, this works for me, is kind of starting to wane a bit. So we have the star card, which is basically you saying like, hey, I know that like I said, I know there's more. I know that this isn't it. I know that, you know, that there's somebody who vibes with me a lot more, who is definitely on my level, that we can definitely connect and really have something long term, you know, and start a new long term cycle. I know that, you know, this job that I have at a particular moment, I know that I can get a promotion, and that, you know, in whatever state I've been in, that I can actually do a lot better. I can make more money. You know, you guys have the knowledge that's there, and so you guys are kind of trying to work through that. Um, let's pull a couple more cards and see, you know, where does that leave us? Where do we go from here? Hello. I don't need to stop and say hello while I'm shuffling cards. I just feel like it's actually kind of a weird thing for me to like be in front of my computer talking to exactly myself. Um, okay, so yes, 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 yes. Okay, so we start with the Princess of Spheres. So what it's going to take is for you to actually um, really kind of boldly move through that energy. You know, if you feel like it's time to change, it's because it's time to change. If you feel like you're ready for a transition, it's because it's time for a transition. We have the Three of Scepters here. I definitely feel like whatever change that you're getting ready to make, feel like you'll be supported. It might even be a situation where you leave a relationship and like your family and friends say like, oh yeah, I didn't really think that was vibing with you either. You know, so you'll definitely be supported. So if you have any fear about whether or not you're going to like leave and be lonely, I don't see that at all. I see that you guys are going to make this transition. And while you're making the transition, you're going to see that you were actually very supported because people saw that you could do better this entire time. And then, and then, and then we have the Ace of Cups that comes up. And so this is the card of new beginnings, you know, a new emotional beginnings. And I feel like, you know, emotions don't necessarily have to be just relationship. You know, you're going to enter a place where you have this newfound motivation and power, and you feel differently. You feel better about, you know, wherever you end up. You know, you are definitely going to a better place, and that doesn't mean death. So. You know, I feel like, but I don't see any tower cards here, so I don't really feel like the energy is that it's going to abruptly leave you or anything like that. But it's like you guys are going to have to kind of like make that little like change and transition and be bold enough to do that. And I feel like you guys are. You guys can do that when it needs to happen. So anyway, that is your mid-month reading, kind of short and sweet. And, you know, I will be back for the mid-March readings, and I hope this was helpful. And, you know, don't forget to comment, subscribe, you know, leave a message, like, etc. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.